Your product's great, your service delivers, so why aren't your customers buying or buying more? Before you let another business guru convince you your offer sucks, listen up. Because if your audience is a good fit and your offer should be converting, the problem isn't your product, it's not your price, it's not even your positioning. It's behavioral science and urgency. Because if your customers can wait, they will. And waiting kills conversions. Today, I'm going to break down 3 ways to create real urgency using persuasion and behavioral science. No manipulation, no fake countdowns, just clean pressure that actually works in an ethical way for your customers and your clients as well. Urgency is the invisible force that pushes people off the fence. Without it, even your happiest prospects will say to you, yeah, I'll come back to this later. And then they don't, because no one ever does. Behavioral science explains why. We take action when the cost of waiting feels higher than the cost of acting. So your job is to show them, your customers, your audience, gently but clearly that waiting will actually cost them. Here are 3 simple ways to do that right now. Tip number 1, use a real deadline. How about this? Doors close Friday at 5 p.m. That's a deadline, not soon, not limited time, but an exact moment that whatever you're offering is actually going to stop at that point. If you put that on a page, if you put that on an email, and then you stick to it as well in an ethical manner and don't go over it, let people join a wait list afterwards, but don't keep that offer actually open. And this is why it works. When you're specific with your deadlines and you give real reasons for them, you actually build up credibility. And deadlines trigger something called loss aversion. And loss aversion is a behavioral science principle based in real psychology that shows people tend to act twice as much when they are fearing losing something rather than being promised a reward. So use that wisely and use it ethically as well. Tip number 2, limit the spots or quantity of whatever you're selling. Amazon do this really well. They say only 10 items left. Some learning platforms or education platforms say only 10 seats left. Spots are 70% full, things like this. This is real world scarcity. Just make sure it's true though, because we want to be ethical. People don't just buy what is good. They buy what might run out. We've seen this in world events when there's some sort of shopping crisis. For instance, in the events of 2020, lots of people ran to the store and bought toilet roll because for some reason they thought that toilet roll might actually run out. Like that's an example of where people have adopted that behavior automatically, but you can see why it works and it drives people to take action, even on things that they really shouldn't take action on. So this is a powerful principle. Make sure you actually use it ethically. And urgency and scarcity flips the mindset from a person of, do I actually want this item, to will I miss this item, which is again triggering that loss aversion. Tip number 3, tell people when the price is about to go up. Let's say your product will always be available, but the price is rising. So price increases by $200 on August the 15th. This in itself creates urgency without closing your offer. Amazon do this all the time. They will have Amazon Prime Day where everything's discounted for a little while, and then as soon as Prime Day ends, people know that the offer is going to end as well. So you can even do this in tiers of pricing. So for instance, early bird ends Friday, main offer ends next week. It still triggers that same urgency effect, which is buy now or pay more later. And it works, and it's very ethical to do because products can't be, by regulations in different companies, be discounted all the time, because that just becomes the current rate. So if you want to offer a discount, or if you have a product open all the time, make sure you let your customers know when that discount is actually going to end. It's ethical for them, they're well informed. It's also ethical for you as well, because you can plan exactly when your offer is going to end. And as a byproduct of that, you get that loss aversion as well. Now here's one of the biggest mistakes that I've seen with urgency that businesses make. Lots of businesses know urgency, at least they know an amateur perspective of it. They don't work in behavioral science or persuasion like I do. They don't consult for various different companies. But once you do consult for companies, you start to see these huge mistakes that companies make. So whatever you do not fake urgency. Don't do sneaky countdown timers that reset. Don't fake only 2 seats left or only 2 products left lies. Because what happens is your customers might click that once, but they won't trust you again. They'll look straight on that page after the urgency timer has ended and they'll be like, huh, the urgency timer is actually reset. So real urgency builds action and credibility. It builds your business, but fake urgency kills both. It kills that trust completely. So we know about urgency now. So you've watched this video now. I hope you've taken notes, but you know about urgency now. You know that it gets people to act. But what makes them trust your offer or your service or your product in the first place? The answer is actually social proof. And if you're doing it wrong, you might be losing more sales than you realize. So in my next video on the screen right now, I'll show you how to use social proof properly with the exact phrases, review questions, and trust building tactics that make people say, yep, this is the item, this is the product, this is the service I want to get. So if you click on the video right now, I'll see you in the next video.